Bank Country Director, who is here to be part of this program today, Mr. Shuban Chaudhry. Thank you very, very much. All other dignitaries that are here, I want to say that we are special, but because of time, we will take some other recognitions as the program progresses. Right about now, let me welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs in Ogun State, Honorable Fumi Efo-Akpe, to take us in the welcome address. And as she's stepping forward, I also want to welcome all other dignitaries that are here. I cite a former Deputy Governor in Ogun State, Alhaja Salmot Makojola Badru, as-well Speaker, a first female Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly is also here with us, Right Honorable Titi Gomez. The Head of Service, Dr. Nafio Aigoro, you are recognized, and members of the Ogun State Executive Council that are here. Iyalode Alaba Lawson, thank you very much. Of course, how will I forget Kabiyesi, the Alake, and the paramount ruler of Egbaland with us is Royal Majesty Oba Adedoto Baribo, CFR. Kabiyesi, DOC, you are recognized as well. High Chief Bode Mustafa and all other dignitaries that are here. Thank you very, very much. The welcome address.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Adedapo Oluwaseun Abiodun, MFR, the First Lady and the wife of the Governor of Ogun State, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, and the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs, Her Excellency Mrs. Dame Pauline Talen, the Chief of Staff to the President, and I want to stand on the already established protocol so that our time is not wasted. It is indeed my great pleasure and privilege to welcome all distinguished visitors to this unique and effort-making ceremony. We are today not only flagging off disbursement of individual grants to women beneficiaries across the 3 implementing local government areas of our dear state, but we are also rejoicing as this occasion marks the first of its kind in the history of the state. It is worthy of note that over 37,000 women have been supported to form 2,251 women affinity groups, WAG, across the implementing local, which are Odeda, Ijebu Northeast, and Yewa North. In Ogun State, as the Commissioner for Women Affairs, I have interacted with project beneficiaries firsthand on the impact this had in their lives and the community through the oversight visits. Today's flag-off ceremony should be seen as another giant stride towards full integration of women in development. We are scaling up Okowo Dapo. Okowo Dapo for women, in which we have our pilot WAG, who were formed using the Nigeria for Women Project Innovative Strategy. Hence, our flag-off ceremony is in 3 folds. We are disbursing the livelihood grants. We are scaling up Okowo Dapo to all LGs not covered by the Nigeria for Women Project, and we are empowering our women. On this note, it is not to be out of place to show gratitude to Almighty God for making Nigeria for Women come to fruition because today's livelihood grant disbursement will commence. A total of 2,094 women beneficiaries will receive individual livelihood grants at this venue today. We are also disbursing to 12 groups of 240 women from the 3 senatorial districts in Ogun State on Okowo Dapo for women. The women will be expected to make judicious use of this grant to improve their means of livelihood in line with the business plans developed and the grant agreement signed. On occasions like this, however, we cannot do without showing praises on the federal government under the leadership of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari for initiating the Nigeria for Women project with the support of the World Bank. Our sincere appreciations go to the federal and the state government, who did not only provide the financial wherewithal for the project, but has also nurtured it into fulfillment. The pride of the place accorded women in the scheme of things today will probably have been elusive if the Nigerian for Women has not been in existence. I hereby wish to, at this junction, employ industrialists in the state to assist women by investing some of the livelihood collective and harness their productive potentials in order to complement government efforts aimed at improving livelihood support to our women. A special thank you to our amiable, gender-friendly governor, our support system, our transformative leader, an astute, forthright, and vibrant governor, a goal-getter, a game-changer, Prince Abiodun MFR, the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs, the country directors of the World Bank, members of the State Executive Council, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Assembly, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this medium to welcome you all to this ceremony. I pray we all have a lovely day. We are women. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we take the success of Ogun, NFWP, that's the Nigeria for Women project, and the upscaling of Okowo Dapo for women in the Gateway State. Taking us through that will be Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the Gateway State, Engineer Nohimot Salako Oyedele. And as she's stepping forward, quickly we take more recognition. The chairman of All Progressives Congress in Ogun State is here, Chief Yemi Shanusi. We recognize your presence. Also, the representative of the Honorable Minister, Humanitarian, Disaster Management and Social Development in Nigeria, is represented here today by Mrs. Nadia Mohammed Soso. Thank you for being here as well. Permit me to also quickly recognize the presence of the Managing Director of First City Monument Bank FCMB, Mrs. Yemisi Edo is here with us, as well as the Chairman of Access Bank, Mrs. Dere Awoshika. Thank you for being part of this event. Retired heads of service and SSG that are here: Otuba Babatude Oshokoya, Sovio Godwin Ogu, Elder Sholade MNI, Engineer Larry Bisiriu. We welcome you and we thank you for joining us in today's event. Now, Her Excellency will take us through that success story and the upscale of Okowo Dapo. Your Excellency, ma'am.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dr. Abiodun MFR, Your Excellency, the First Lady of Ogun State, my dear sister, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, Your Excellency Dame Paul Untalen, the Honorable Minister for Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, here represented by Mrs. Nadia, the wife of the former President, Chief Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mrs. Salamotu Gbajabiamila, the First Lady of Lagos State, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Bijoke Sanwo-Olu, the First Lady of Kwara State, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Mrs. Olufolake Abdurazak, the representative of the First Lady of the State of Osun, Her Excellency Mrs. Oyefunke Alabi, the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olakunle Oluomo, all former governors and former deputy governors here present, erstwhile speakers here present, members of the Ogun State Executive Council, especially the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs, Honorable Funye Kwakwe, honorable members of the Ogun State House of Assembly, local government chairmen, former heads of service and body of permanent secretaries here present, the country director of World Bank, Shubham Chaudhry, the team leader for the Nigeria for Women project, Mr. Michael Ilesomi and his team members, the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mrs. Aisha Ahmad, represented by Mrs. Monserrat Vincent, Chairman of Access Bank, Dr. Dere Awoshika, Kabiyesi, the Alake and Paramount ruler of Egba land, His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Adedotu Arenu Gbadebo Okukeli IV, and all other royal fathers here, Kabiyesi, the Olori Awujale, here represented by the Olori Lamido of Ishiwo and the Olori of Imoru of the Oru, and all other Oloris here present. Our mother, the Yalode of Yoruba land, Chief Mrs. Alaba Lawson, the APC National Women Leader, Dr. Betta Edu, the APC State Chairman, Ogun State Chairman, Chief Yemi Sanusi, all other political leaders, high chiefs and revered elders who are here present, our market women led by the Yalode General for Ogun State, Alaja Yemisi Abbas, all other women groups here, especially the Nigeria for Women Project and the Okowo Dapo for Women Project, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure and my honor to be here this evening to give you an oversight on the success of the Nigeria for Women project in Ogun State. Ogun State is one of 6 implementing states for the Nigeria for Women project, which is a World Bank project established to improve the livelihoods of women. In each of the participating states, 3 states are selected to benefit from this project. This contract was signed in the year 2019 and implementation started in 2020. We in Ogun State have formed 2,251 WAGs out of a target of 3,600, and we have 37,526 beneficiaries out of our target of 54,000. Over the last 2 years, Ogun State achieved the pace setter status amongst the 6 implementing states due to the support that His Excellency Prince Dr. Abiodun gave to this project and to the hard work of members of the state implementing team to make sure that the project took off and was well received in all our communities across the state. We are especially grateful to Mr. President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, for actually signing Nigeria up to this project, which has been shown to be successful right across the world, so that it can impact our women in Nigeria and improve their livelihoods. The core principles of this project are based on the sustainability, building human and social capital, and facilitating women's critical access to finance and market. The State Steering Committee, of which I am the chairman, has left no stone unturned to ensure that the project has been implemented seamlessly. In our last interactive and implementation visit to Odeda local government, one of the implementing local governments, we heard firsthand from WAGs, their spouses, community leaders, on the impact that the project has had in their lives, their households, and their communities. The women shared testimonies on how they increased their capital and their profit multifold, and were able to make contributions to household expenses, buy land, develop property and shops, and also learn how to pool their resources and get group capital for their businesses. These stories are too numerous to list here, but we will hear from 3 of the members of WAGS after my submission, so that we can hear firsthand the impact that it has had in their lives. The bedrock of the project is based on community ownership, with community members actively involved in every phase of project implementation. In simple terms, the women come together and form a savings group. They keep excellent records, and they are being taught by people who we call ward facilitators on how to improve their financial skills. As has been said earlier, in just over 18 months, these women have between themselves saved about 270 million naira, which they have started to lend to themselves. These work groups are self-sustaining and self-replicating, and about 185 of them have completed their cycle and have continued to operate because they themselves appreciate the success of the project. On seeing the success of the Nigeria for Women project in 3 participating local governments, His Excellency Prince Abiodun was enamored of the project, and he has approved that this project be upscaled right across the state, so that women in the other 17 local governments can also benefit. In 2019, His Excellency, as part of his campaign promises, had launched a women empowerment scheme called Okowo Dapo. That scheme, in that scheme, we will lend money to women and they return it over a short period. We are, however, going to rebrand the Okowo Dapo scheme and rename it Okowo Dapo for women, and imbibe the positive lessons and gains that we have taken from the Nigeria for Women project. Later this afternoon, His Excellency will flag off the disbursement of livelihood grants to 2,094 beneficiaries who have successfully been trained in their works. They have completed business plans, and they have participated properly within the work by attending regularly, keeping records, and shown that they're worthy of being loaned the money. This will be the first tranche of beneficiaries as we continue to roll out the loans until all the women within the project are able to benefit from it. Also, His Excellency would also do a presentation to the Okowo Dapo for women beneficiaries here this afternoon. Before concluding this address, I want to admonish the beneficiaries of the grants to use the funds judiciously and make sure that the confidence that has been reposed in them has been justified. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin wa, we are women. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin wa pé a kú oríire ní. Èyí tí à ń ṣe lénìí yìí, mi rò pé a ti ṣe irú ẹ̀rí nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Tí gọ́fìnà wa tó pè gbogbo wa jọ, tí wọ́n máa fún wa ní owó tí a máa fi ṣe òwò wa, tí wọ́n tún wá sọ wípé Nigeria for Women project tí a ti ṣe ní ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́ta, pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe kó tún lọ sí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́tàdínlógún tó kù, kí gbogbo àwọn obìnrin wa nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn kí wọ́n lè jẹ àǹfààní gbogbo nǹkan tí a ti rí kọ́ nínú Nigeria for Women project. Tí ẹ bá rántí, ní bí ọdún méjì àti àbọ̀ sẹ́yìn tí a wá ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ Okowo Dapo tí a yá àwọn èèyàn lówó, gómìnà wa ti wá pinnu sí i pé Okowo Dapo yẹn àwọn tún máa tún ṣe kó tún lè rinlẹ̀ sí, jẹ́ pé ẹ̀kọ́ ta ti kọ́ nínú Nigeria for Women project àbá wá gbé lọ sínú Okowo Dapo. Àwọn adẹ̀ ti mú àwọn obìnrin wa díẹ̀díẹ̀ láti àwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́tàdínlógún tó kù, àti ń ṣàlàyé fún wọn bí Okowo Dapo for Women project yẹn ṣe máa rí. Gbogbo àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa, gbogbo àwọn tó ń kọ́ṣẹ́, gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣòwò, gbogbo obìnrin pátápátá ló lè jẹ àǹfààní òkòwò dapọ̀ for women project yìí. Mo dẹ̀ fi dá wa lójú wípé láìpẹ́ láì jìnà wọ́n máa wá sí àdúgbò wa, wọ́n máa kó wa jọ, wọ́n máa kọ́ wa bá ṣe máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣúná, bá máa fowó pamọ́, bá ṣe máa tọ́jú gbogbo owó wa, ká máa fi mọ èyí tó jẹ́ èrè, ká máa fi mọ èyí tó jẹ́ ojú owó tí ò ní dàpọ̀, kí gbogbo èrè owó tá à ń ṣe kó lè máa lọ síwájú, kó lè máa gbìmọ̀ sí. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá wa dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ gọ́vnà wa tó tún ti rò pé kí làwọn tún lè ṣe fóbìnrin tó kó wa jọ lénìí. Àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa wọ́n á tún lè rí owó táwọn náà máa fi ṣe òwò tí gbogbo ìdàgbàsókè máa dé bá gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Àwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́ta tí wọ́n ti ṣe, àwọn tó fẹ́ tó ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún obìnrin ló ti jàǹfààní níbẹ̀. Tá bá máa fi dé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ tiwa, àmọ́ ipò máa kàn wá, kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kí a dẹ̀ fi owó náà ká fi ṣàṣeyọrí, ká fi ṣe àṣeyè. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gọ́vnà wa, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin tẹ́ ń tì wá lẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú àdúrà, pẹ̀lú akíkanjú yín. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin náà kẹ́ jẹ àǹfààní ìjọba ìjù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State. Right away, because of our time, and for Muslim faithful that will need to take the prayers signaling the commencement of fast, we will invite the World Bank Country Director to please step forward now to give us a goodwill message. I respectfully invite Mr. Shoban Chaudhry to please step forward for a short goodwill message. And after him, we will have the Honorable Minister, Women Affairs, our mother, Dame Pauline Tallon, to also give a short remarks. Thank you very much. We want to move, because of our time, to abridge and to have the official presentation of this empowerment equipment today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Your Excellency, the First Lady of Ogun State. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols, particularly in the interest of time. The World Bank's mission here is to help support Nigeria in raising 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. Central to that task is empowering the economic empowerment of women. Without that, Nigeria nor any other country can aspire to reduce and eliminate poverty. So in that sense, the Nigeria for Women program is at the heart of what we are here, what our mission is here in Nigeria, to support the economic empowerment of women. That's why we're very happy to be able to support this program and to be here in Ogun, which has been a first mover in terms of implementing the Nigeria for Women program. This program could not have happened without the leadership and vision of the Honorable Minister of Women's Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallon, and I would like to also express our entire team's gratitude for that. The best news of the day is what we heard, that Ogun State has taken this program and is expanding it from 3 local governments to all the remaining 17 local governments in Ogun State. I can think of no better way of making Ogun State kind of move forward in terms of bringing economic prosperity to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we take few testimonies. Àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́rìí nípa ètò yìí tó ti ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́, tó ti tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn, á fún wọn ní ìṣẹ́jú kọ̀ọ̀kan nítorí ká bàa lè tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ dárúkọ yín, àǹfààní tẹ́ jẹ níbẹ̀ pàápàá.
We are women
Dàpọ̀. Nígbà tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ okòwò yìí, orúkọ mi ni Rachel Okunade. Mo wá láti orílẹ̀ Ìlúgùn, Ọ̀dẹ́dá local government. Nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí, níṣe la ṣe bí nà láì bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. It's not na lie, oh, na true. Chosen true.
Orúkọ mi ni Ògúnlànà Olúwaṣeun. Mo jẹ́ oníṣòwò tó máa ń ta ìwé, ṣùgbọ́n mo adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba Dàpọ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa fún ètò ẹ̀yáwó wáàgì. Mo jẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní. Mo rọ àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ mi obìnrin tó kù náà, ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú nínú dídarapọ̀ fi owó wa dókòwò pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ wáàgì.
Thank you very much. And so now we'll listen to the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Talen, as she will address us. The Honorable Minister, ma.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, the gender-friendly governor, the man of the moment. Looking round, I'm sure everyone here will agree with me that the governor has dedicated the whole of today, being the first day of the month of April. He wants to tell the world that it is not only March that we celebrate women during the International Women's Day. Women must be celebrated every day. I acknowledge and celebrate the wife of the Governor of Ogun State, my dear sister, Her Excellency Bamidele Abiodun, the Chief of Staff to the President, my dear brother, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, my dear sister, Engineer Noimat Salako Oyedele. I acknowledge my wonderful dear sisters, the First Lady of Lagos State and Kwara State. All other excellencies here present. I acknowledge all former deputy governors of Ogun State here, my sister, Chief Badaru, and I also acknowledge the Honorable Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk, who is ably represented here by my sister, Nadia Mohamed Soso. I celebrate and acknowledge the country rep of the World Bank, Shubham Shudri, who is the Grand Commander of the Nigerian for Women Project, who is solely a gender-friendly gentleman, a man who believes that the surest way to any sustainable development is to empower the women folk. I celebrate our newest, the latest, the youngest national woman leader of the APC, Dr. Beta Edu, who happens to be in Ogun State today, a special day. The governor is celebrating Nigerian women and Ogun State women in particular. This is her first official outing, and she has done it well. It's a good sign that you will succeed. I acknowledge all members of the Houses of Assembly and all chief executives of agencies, royal fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is a great day as we give glory to God, as we gather here today to address you on this landmark occasion. It is indeed heartwarming to be here in Ogun State to witness this great occasion. We are gathered today to celebrate a milestone in our implementation efforts as spearheaded by the federal government of Nigeria under the able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari and the Ogun State government under the able leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun. Women have been given a special role to play in nation building. And today, we are gathered to celebrate the group of women who organize themselves into women affinity groups in their different communities. The journey that led to us to this day has been fulfilling and very enriching one. I must give the credit for this to all the state governments, especially Ogun State government, under the able leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun, who embraced the project and provided all the necessary support to ensure that Nigeria for Women project achieved its aims in the lives of women in this country. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the present administration has taken bold steps to request support from the World Bank to empower women and improve access to finance through livelihood grants to enable women meet specific life cycle needs under the Nigerian for Women project. One of the major deliverables of the Nigerian for Women project is to utilize a community-driven development approach through establishment of women affinity groups to empower them. The project aims at overcoming the main instrumental and market failures, limiting women's socio-economic outcomes and access to markets. This we have succeeded in carrying out in all the pilot states where the project was instituted. The project has trained, empowered, and connected women to enhance livelihood opportunities through women affinity groups and access to bigger markets. Some of the physical manifestations of the project include financial education, savings and credit education, business skills, gender and life skills, among others. These trainings are followed up with regular coaching and mentoring by the institutions and capacity building terms of the project. This has enabled the beneficiaries to galvanize themselves into a formidable team of self-starters having the capacity to make savings from their personal earnings to fund their business and train and attend to their families. The contribution of these women to the finances of their families have increased tremendously, and we have success stories of communities where myths and misconceptions about women have been removed through stakeholders' engagements and reorientation. Today, many of our women are now having better relationships with their families and communities. I would like to salute all the women who, in their zeal to succeed, have bought into the initiative and joined the women affinity groups in their various communities to improve their own livelihoods. I want to also note that the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, together with her state counterpart at the Ministry of Women Affairs, are fully involved in this project as a much more visible way to help women in Nigeria in every way possible towards the realization of Mr. President's June 12 promise to take 1,000 million Nigerians out of poverty in the next 10 years. It may also interest you to note that in view of the success records on the project, Mr. President has signed the need to expand the project across the country to cover other states. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as at the 31st of March 2022, the entire project recorded a total of 11,491 women affinity groups nationwide, with a total membership of 245,069 women who have been able to mobilize a total sum of over 1.3 billion naira of their own resources It is worthy of mention that the states are Niger, Abia, Kebbi, which have already commenced disbursement of grants to 10,267 beneficiaries. The beneficiaries from the 3 local government areas of Ogun State, whose business plans have been approved, will start to receive payment today. The total number of beneficiaries are 4,517 beneficiaries, with Yewa North local government having 1,213 beneficiaries. Odeda local government has 1,606, while Ijebu Northeast has 1,698 women, who will receive a total of 260,709,820 naira starting from today. In the first batch of this disbursement, the project has disbursed 672,177,650 naira only, and paying is still ongoing. Kebbi State has disbursed 171,690,850. Niger State has disbursed 104,000,000. Abia State has disbursed 135,777,000, while Ogun State today will be disbursing 260,709,820,000. Clearly, Ogun has the highest. Can you please give a hand of applause to your governor and the state? To our most important beneficiaries, I say a big congratulations. I am really excited with what is happening today, and looking around, you can see clearly that it's not just the disbursement of funds that we are giving the beneficiaries of Nigeria for Women project. The governor has gone out of his way to empower the Ogun State women with a lot of empowering materials. You can see deep freezers, you can see gas cooking, you can see keke napep, name it. The list is simply endless. Nigerian women, please give a big round of applause to your governor. Ogun State women, are you not blessed? Yeah. We celebrate you, Mr. Governor. We thank you for this great feat, because empowering women is empowering the family, empowering the community, the society, and the nation at large. And empowering women has a triple or 100 multiplier effect. So I call on all men of goodwill, I call on all other governors who have not keyed in to emulate what is happening in Ogun State today. You are indeed a true for-she gender champion. I encourage you all, as I congratulate you, the beneficiaries, I encourage you all to ensure wise use of this grant you have received to grow your business. Lastly, in the spirit of the International Women's Day, which has the theme for this year, let's break the bias. Can we join our hands together? Let's break the bias.
Let's break the bias.
The governor has shown us today that he is breaking the bias, and we call on all men of goodwill to do same in order to make Nigeria better. I wish to call on all stakeholders to revitalize and reinvest their energy to help remove all the institutional barriers limiting the growth and development of women in our society. I thank you all for your attention. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Ogun State. God bless Nigerian women. God bless you all. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallinn. Of course, she's joined by the APC National Women Leader, Honorable Dr. Beth Idu, and the Zonal Women Leader Southwest, Honorable Yetunde Adesoya. At this point, we'll invite the Chief of Staff to Mr. President to also lend his voice, a support, and to show that men are indeed worthy supporters of anything that will stand the women the opportunity of indeed proving themselves well, of showing to the world that yes, they can. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, respectfully we invite Professor Ibrahim Gambari, Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. A round of applause as she's stepping forward. Thank you. Emati Low, gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí la máa fà lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́. Tá a bá ti wá fà lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ tán, Quam 1 wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ eré. A máa ṣeré yẹn dáadáa. Ẹ ní sùúrù. Lẹ́yìn bàbá wa Professor Ibrahim Gambari, bàbá wa gómìnà wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀. Lẹ́yìn yẹn á fa àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí lé wa lọ́wọ́. Àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ijó àti orin lẹ́nu bàbá wa. K1, the ultimate King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal the first.
Afonjambe Gambari lori imbe o Afonjambe eni ye feran ye daya edombo edomolo elese kan danko ni o ma fo lo Muhammadu o pe meji níwájú Ọlọ́run Òṣùpá ò pé méjì kárí ayé.
His Excellency, the Governor of the beautiful Gateway State of Ogun, Prince Dapo Abiodun, MFR, Hajia Salamatu Bajabi Amila, the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Her Excellencies, Mr. Bamdele Abiodun, Her Excellency Mrs. Pauline Tallinn, Honorable Minister of the Ministry of Women Affairs, Hajia Nadia Muhammad Soso, Representative of the Honorable Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. I've also Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Ebijoke Sanwo-Olu, the First Lady of Lagos State, Her Excellency, my very own Ambassador Folake Abrazak, the First Lady of Kwara State, Her Excellency Engineer Namotu Salako Oyedele, Deputy Governor of Ogun State, the Right Honorable Kunle Oluomo, the Honorable Speaker of the Ogun House of Assembly, all the Executive Council members of Ogun State, Chief Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, His Royal Majesty, my own friend and brother, Oba Dr. Adedokun Aremu Gbadebo, CFR, Alake and Paramount Ruler of Egbaland, Chief Yemi Sanusi, APC Chairman, Ogun State, Mr. Shubham Chowdhury, Country Director of the World Bank, Dr. Beta Edu, APC National Women Leader, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings from His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and I want to extend on his behalf his satisfaction with the progress made so far in the program Nigeria for Women project. In his view, women's rights are human rights because women are indispensable part of humanity. And there's nothing more basic to human rights than the right to life and the right to the means of livelihood. And therefore, to show his commitment to this project, he has put it in the context of his commitment to Nigerians to lead 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within the next 10 years. Because what he believes is that what women need is not hands out, but hands together, working together for the social economic development of our nation. Mr. President is devoted to this Nigeria for Women's project, because by being for women, we are being for Nigeria. Nigeria for women, women for Nigeria working together is the only way in which we can lift our country to achieve the potential to which its resources and the Almighty God has destined us. 3 ministers have been assigned to, federal ministers have been assigned to work with this project. The Minister of Women Affairs and the Women of Humanitarian Affairs, Social Development, and of course the Minister for Finance, Budget and National Planning. He is also appreciative of the role of the World Bank, which is also committed to work with to make this program a success. The success of women is our success, and together we shall surely overcome all the challenges of development, the challenges of security, the challenges of unemployment, and the challenges of moving our country along to be one of the leading nations in the world in terms of equality for women, in terms of shared prosperity, shared development, inclusive development, in which the women have to play a leading role. Thank you very much, and all the best for the success of the rest of the program. Thank you on behalf of the President Muhammad Buhari. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ìlọrin àfọ̀njá epo lórí Jango, ẹ̀wọ̀n lórí olè jíjà, láàlú lọ láàró pamọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ yọkàn tẹ́. Muhammadu ó pé méjì níwájú Ọlọ́run, Òṣùpá ó pé méjì ká. Muhammadu ó pé méjì níwájú Ọlọ́run, Òṣùpá ò pé méjì kárí ayé.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa Kwam 1 K1 the ultimate. Ìtọ́wò òun náà lẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn yẹn. Ní báyìí ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká farabalẹ̀ ká tẹ́tí bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ láti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu gómìnà wa. Lẹ́yìn eléyìí ó ní a ó máa fa àwọn ohun ìrànwọ́ yìí lé àwọn obìnrin lọ́wọ́, tó sì jẹ́ pé a ó máa lò ó láti lè mú ìdàgbàsókè bá àwọn okòwò wa. We will be listening to His Excellency now, the Governor of the Gateway State, for his flag-off address, and thereafter we will have the presentation of this equipment to indeed enhance the livelihood of our women and to give them grants that will make their businesses to expand, to enlarge, and to bring about that added advantage that this present administration is indeed dreaming of. Torí náà ẹ má tí jẹ́ ká kọjú lọ o, gbogbo àwọn ohun tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí la máa fà lé wa lọ́wọ́ tá a máa gbé lọ láti kún àwọn ohun tí a fi ń tajà. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tá a bá ti ṣetán, bàbá wa K1 the ultimate wọ́n ṣetán láti dá wa lárayá. Kí gómìnà tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ láàrin ìṣẹ́jú kan sí méjì, wọ́n sì lè ṣe eré díẹ̀ fún wa. K1.
Bí ọdún ṣe dáadáa o. Kàmútẹ́kùn kúrò ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Tàpá bí ọdún ṣe dáadáa o. Ẹni tọ́lọ́wọ́n bá gbà fún. òun ló rí òun ṣe láàrin ìlú tọ́mọ èèyàn náwó sí His Excellency Governor Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ọmọọba pàtàkì ó ṣe fún nílé ṣe fàlejò ìwọ tí ò bá ìtì kan mọ́pọ́lá hàn kó o dúró tiẹ̀ àní ká mú tẹ̀gbọ̀n kúrò ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ṣe dáadáa o. Dàpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ rárá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ rárá. Ẹni tó bá ń ṣe dáadáa báwọn èèyàn orí òní ṣe kó má mì lọ́rùn ara ń dá ẹkún báwọn kan sọ pé kò jọjú ẹ̀pọ̀ lókè níwọ̀ ọmọgbọ́n làwọn kò wá dá ti ẹ̀ka wòran. Dàpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ rárá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ rárá. Ọmọ bàbí ọdún náà ń péjọ sọ náà ń péjọ rò náà ń péjọ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ náà ń péjọ rò. Má ṣe gbára lé wọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n. Má ṣe gbọ́kànlé wọn ò mọ̀ dá. Béèyàn bá ń lo tirú wọn o, dáadáa tá a fẹ́ ṣe fúlù. Òun ni wọ́n fi máa fọwọ́ wa sẹ́yìn, tiwa ò ní lọ sẹ́yìn lọ́lẹ́ Elédùmarè, iwájú lójú kò ń gbé. Your Excellency, àtìjẹ̀bú àtẹ̀gbá, àtẹ̀gbádùn àti rẹ́mọ o. Gbogbo wa là ń kí ẹ ọmọgbọ́n láwọn kò ṣeun. Ẹ̀yin náà, ẹ wo state capital bó ṣe rí. Èyí tó bá ń lẹ̀, Dàpọ̀ ṣe kún o, ó tún ṣe kún. Ó ṣe sákìlẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú o, ó ṣe sí Rẹ́mọ, ó ṣe sínú gbàdó òpèrè ó kárí. Àtijọ́ ẹ̀ náà bá lọ, àìtọ́ náà bá bọ̀. Ìwọ kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀, ìwọ́dún ọ̀tọ̀ láwọn wọn bá ń Dàpọ̀. Má wojú ṣe, má ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ. Má wojú ṣe. Dàpọ̀ ọmọ Abíọ́dún, ṣe ń tọ́ lọ́hùn rán ẹ̀ o. Kó má wojú ṣe. Ṣé tiẹ̀ fọ́ lọ́wọ́ ọba fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn? Má wojú ṣe. Your Excellency Abiodun. Ọmọọba ni ẹ́, ọmọọba kì í jagun bí ẹrú. Dàpọ̀, àní ó má wojú ṣe. His Excellency Abiodun.
Thank you, Wamo. Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I will make the protocol very, very short. Let me first and foremost thank His Excellency and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, ably represented today by none other than his Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. So we're very, very grateful. We know you had a very busy schedule today in Abuja, but you are deeply committed to being part of this event, and you indeed made it. We are thankful, sir. Let me quickly appreciate all our excellencies that are here. The wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the wife of the Governor of Kwara State, the wife of the Governor of Lagos State, Her Excellency and Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, the representation of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Her Excellency the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, all other members of the Ogun State Executive Council, the head of Ogun State Civil Service, the wife of the former president, Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, His Royal Majesty and Paramount Ruler of Egbaland, Oba Dr. Adedotu Aremo Gbadebo CFR, the Alake and Paramount Ruler of Egbaland, the chairman of APC in Ogun State, the country director of World Bank, Mr. Shubham Chaudhry, the APC national woman leader, all other very eminent, very distinguished guests that have come from far and wide, particularly managing directors of different banks, all our yalogers, all our heads of society, associations and different groups, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is indeed a day that the Lord has made. We started today this morning with discussions around financial independence for women. Ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà! Ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà! Kò sóbìnrin! Kò sóbìnrin! Obìnrin dé! Since the inception of administration on the 29th of May 2019, we have shown unwavering commitment to the commitment and continued development of our dear state. Our women folk are an integral part of our financial inclusiveness agenda. We are deeply committed to providing avenues for our women to gain power and control over their own lives and acquire requisite skills and technical know-how to make strategic choices. It is a critical aspect of achieving the United Nations SDG 5, which is gender equality. Gender equality provides more socio-economic and political wherewithal for women. At the macro level, it will go a long way in reducing poverty in the family, reducing gender-based violence and abuse in the society, and further strengthening our economy. Therefore, empowering our women is not a favor to the agenda. It is in fact one of the most viable approaches towards achieving sustainable economic development. At this point, let me commend the federal government under the leadership of His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR, duly represented by the Chief of Staff today, for the initiative of the Nigerian Women Project, Nigerian for Women Project. I also commend the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, which is the project implementation agency. I equally appreciate the development partners such as the World Bank and the project development objective. As a government and people of Ogun State, we appreciate the choice of our dear Ogun State as one of the 6 states in each of the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria for the first phase of the implementation of this program. Let me assure you that you will always find us ready, willing, and worthy partners. This is just as we look forward to a wider coverage of this program and more partnership in other sectors of our economy. Let me also note that the objective of the Nigeria for Women projects is in tandem with our own Okowo Dapo. It is simply apt that we use this occasion to disburse the individual grants to our women beneficiaries across the 3 implementing local government areas, which are Odeda, Ijebu North, East, and Yewa North. Furthermore, in order to create a more enabling environment for our women and administration, we are set to relaunch the Okowo Dapo scheme in the remaining 17 local government areas. Therefore, at this flag-off ceremony today, we are going to witness the first phase of the disbursement of the individual livelihood grants to 2,094 women beneficiaries, empowering them and relaunching the Okowo Dapo using the Nigerian for Women project approach. We have also devised other approaches to the development of our women folk. Among these are capacity building for 500 female entrepreneurs across the state, empowerment of 2,500 women across the state with 100 million naira, empowerment of 600 youths through vocational training, while 400 women are still undergoing training at the Vocational Training Center in the Ministry of Women Affairs. Empowerment of 95 women across 3 central districts and more than 100 widows. This is our own way of commemorating the International Widows' Day. All these programs, amongst others, are targeted at elevating property and increasing prosperity for our women. I'm happy to report that our commitments have continued to yield bountiful harvests because our beneficiaries are in Odeda local government are already having discussions with the World Bank that they want to start a microfinance bank. Can you imagine these women that participated in the Nigeria for Women project that have been so successful have approached us that they want to start a microfinance bank? Unbelievable. On this note, I wish to state categorically that disbursement will be in phases. I join our beneficiaries today not to see this assistance as their own share of national cake. Instead, they must see it as an avenue for an economic empowerment through which they will be gainfully employed, improve their productivity, increase their income and earning capacities, and expectedly become net employers of labor. Therefore, we see the sustainability of this program as a bilateral responsibility. Government has played its own part by providing the funding. Beneficiaries should reciprocate by ensuring that they utilize the funds for the intended purposes so that it will bring the desired results. Fidelity to this public trust will encourage other development partners to collaborate with us on this venture. Let me use the opportunity to call on all other well-meaning individuals and corporate bodies to come and partner with us and join us on this journey to take Ogun State to greater and more prosperous heights. I also call on all the people of Adia State to continue to support, cooperate, and lift us up in prayers. All of us have a role to play towards the development of Adia State together, and we will achieve the Ogun State of our collective dreams. At this point, it is with a sense of duty and fulfillment that I flag off the Nigeria for Women project in Ogun State and the disbursement of grants to women beneficiaries of the Okowo Dapo scheme for the continued development of Adia State and the increased prosperity of our people. I will today, as well, be signing an executive order. This will be the high point of today's activity. I'll be signing an executive order. This executive order is to demonstrate our commitment to the total and complete emancipation of women in Ogun State. The executive order is for the establishment of the Ogun State Women Inclusion and Equal Opportunities Bureau. The establishment of the Ogun State Women Empowerment, Inclusion and Equal Opportunities Bureau. This will ensure that we have the minimum required representation of 35% of women, not just only in government, but it's also in politics. So I will do that shortly, and after that, we will also ensure that our first beneficiaries of disbursement also, we activate their disbursement and they get their disbursement by way of an app on their phones right here. I want to thank you all for listening to me, and God bless you all. May I respectfully call on my wife and the First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Pauline Talent, the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, the Commissioner for Women Affairs, and the Attorney General to join me as I sign the executive order for the establishment of the Ogun State Women Inclusion and Equal Opportunities Bureau. So I will ensure our commitment to the total emancipation of women in our great state. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn.
Ẹni pé ọkùdàpọ̀ àkùdì yòó, ó dà fọwọ́fọ̀ náà. Afọwọ́fọ̀ náà kì í ní ìsinmi o. Wèrèwèrè ẹni yóò kàgbòrò. Your Excellency, I am Abiodun, First Lady of Ogun State to me. If you just me, Ambassador Abdurazak Mawule Maramba. Ayakwara State go, you know. Ekwadu roti hayada Abiodun. Honorable Minister Pauline Talent Mawule.
Ohun mẹ́ta ni gómìnà wa fẹ́ kó papọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Nítorí pé ayé ti di ohun tí à ń pè ní ohun tó ti lu jára wọn. Wọ́n á ṣe ètò fúnfúnni ní orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ohun tí à ń fún àwọn ilé ìfowópamọ́sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tó fún wa lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti lè jẹ àǹfààní yìí a ó ṣe láti ẹnu gómìnà wa.
Obìnrin ti ṣeun rere o, obìnrin ti ṣeun rere. Obìnrin ti ṣeun rere o, àwọn obìnrin ti ṣeun rere. Àwọn náà fún wa lọ́kùnrin rẹpẹtẹ tó ń ṣoríire. Obìnrin ti ṣeun rere. Wọ́n fún wa lọ́kùnrin ọba, fún wa ní ìjòyè. Obìnrin ti ṣeun rere.
First, we are going to have the electronic disbursement by His Excellency. Then we are going to have the signing of the checks and presentation, and then the signing of the executive order. The Honorable Minister is also here to be part of this presentation. Your Excellency and the Honorable Ministers.
The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs will be clicking on the button. And once he does that, the beneficiaries of the Nigeria for Women project will begin to receive the alert. Let me give my microphone to her.
Your Excellency, our champion governor, Her Excellency, the First Lady of Ogun State, our dear Deputy Governor, my sister, Commissioner, the National Women Leader, beneficiaries of this great project. This is the real time and the purpose of our gathering here. The moment has come that I will slack off, and as I press it, the beneficiaries will start receiving the alert immediately. I therefore slack off in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
country representative of World Bank. The man with the money, come and join us, please. Shuban, please come and join us quickly. And then the minister is going to be presenting brand new buses. Ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà. Where are our ìyálọ́jà? Where are they? Where are they?
Gbogbo àwọn ìyálọ́jà wọ̀dà ẹ máa bọ̀.
Ìyálọ́jà dà.
Àwọn ọkọ̀ bọ̀gìnì elérò tí gómìnà ti sọ pé wọ́n máa fún wa.
A ó fi iye wọn pa lọ́jà lórí ìjọba. A ó fi iye wọn ọlọ́jà lónìí ìjọba. Ẹ̀yin nìyá gómìnà, ẹ̀yin nìyá adájọ́, ẹ̀yin nìyá mínísítà, ẹ̀yin nìyá adájọ́. A ó fi iye wọn ọlọ́jà lónìí ìjọba. A ó fi iye wọn ọlọ́jà lónìí ìjọba. A ó fi iye wọn ọlọ́jà lónìí ìjọba. Ẹ̀yin nìyá gómìnà, ẹ̀yin nìyá adájọ́, ẹ̀yin nìyá mínísítà, ẹ̀yin nìyá adájọ́, a ó sì yè wọ́n ọlọ́dà lónìí ìjọba.
Symbolic presentation of checks now. We'll start with our mother, the wife of the former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mama Bola Obasanjo. Mama Bola Obasanjo, please. Thank you very much. Also, we will request our mother, Iyalode Alaba Lawson, to also have one. Equally, our Honorable Minister, Women Affairs, will be presenting one. Next, the National APC Women Leader will be presenting another one now. Thank you. The next presentation by Iyalode Alaba Lawson, please. Quickly. Iyalode Alaba Lawson. The next presentation of check. Congratulations. And now, thank you very much. Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs will also have the presentation of this symbolic check, and the World Bank Country Director to attest to the fact that yes, now can we have the keys to the buses? Kọ́kọ́rọ́ àwọn ọkọ̀ akérò tí gómìnà sọ pé wọ́n fún àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa, a máa fa kọ́kọ́rọ́ lé wọn lọ́wọ́ lónìí. Olúwaṣeun President General ìyálọ́jà pátápátá wọ́n wà níbí láti Yewa, láti Ẹ̀gbá, láti Rẹ́mọ, láti Ìjẹ̀bú. A kú oríire lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Èmi ni Victoria Adérùpàtàn láti Baálẹ̀ Ògùnbáyọ̀ Good Women. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Dàpọ̀ fún àgbékalẹ̀ ètò tó gbé kalẹ̀ fún ìgbésíga àwa obìnrin. Ọlọ́run á máa ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Lórúkọ Jésù, ilé-iṣẹ́ wọn ò ní jóná. Lórúkọ Jésù, ohun tí wọ́n fi ń ṣọlá èṣù ò ní gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Gbogbo àwọn alátìlẹ́yìn wọn, Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú wọn.
Congratulations. Now, the presentation of keys. Ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà. A kú oríire lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà. Ẹ jẹ́ orílẹ̀ àwọn kọ́kọ́rọ́ ọkọ̀ akérò ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà. Ká tó fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ sílẹ̀, His Excellency will sign that executive bill, and from there we'll have the presentation of the keys, handing the buses over to all our Iyalojas.
I will now sign the executive order for the establishment of the State Empowerment, Inclusion, and Equal Opportunities Bureau. Kòtóbìnrin ní bí ọjọ́ mélòó kan bó ṣe ìlérí pé pẹ̀lú ògo náà àwọn women leader wa kọ̀ọ̀kan a máa fún wọn ní boss kọ̀ọ̀kan, àwọn market, àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa kọ̀ọ̀kan a máa fún wọn ní mọ́tò kọ̀ọ̀kan, àwọn tó wá láti oríkù kọ̀ọ̀kan ti Ìjẹ̀bú, ti Rẹ́mọ, ti Ẹ̀gbá àti Yewa pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ní ọjọ́ èní eléyìí ó ṣe April Fool o, eléyìí ó ṣe April Fool o, eléyìí ó ṣe April Fool o pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ẹ̀rọ pé àwa à ń ṣe ìlérí ká má mú ṣe àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ à ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ lá máa ṣe o àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́. Ẹ ṣé. Pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run lọ́jọ́ ìní àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì ẹ̀ tuntun tó ń pè ní ọ̀ṣàrà tí a rọ̀bà wọ́n wà lọ́hùn yẹn mẹ́rin a máa fún àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ wọn kọ̀ọ̀kan woman leader a máa wà fa mọ́tò yẹn a máa gbé lé wọn lọ́wọ́ wọn ò ní jáàmù o wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa tà wọ́n máa jẹrẹ o abẹ́ sọ́lọ́jà sọ́lọ́jà o.
Sọ́lọ́jà sọ́lọ́jà o. Dàpẹ́ bí ọdún lọ ní àyí o. Bọ́ọ̀lù sọ́lọ́jà sọ́lọ́jà o. Ẹ̀sọ́ ní kan bá wọn sí ògbó o. Ẹ̀sọ́ lọ́jà bá pèlè lùbọ́. Ẹ̀sí ọlọ́jà bá pàdé dàrí o. Tí omi lọ́jà yẹ pọ̀ mọ́ o. Ẹ má kó wíńdò wa mọ́. Ẹ má kó wíńdò wa mọ́ o. Abiodun ló ní sáà yìí. Ẹ má kó wíńdò wa mọ́.
On behalf of our gender champion, the one and only Prince, therefore, Abiodun, the executive governor of Ogun State, who has proved to us today that he believes in the empowerment of women and the role women play to make a difference towards sustainable national development. He is therefore presenting 4 buses. 1, 2, 3.
Kẹ́lẹ́jà máa gbẹ́jà lọ.
To our
Kẹ́lẹ́jà máa gbẹ́jà lọ. Abiodun gbé màálù dé o. Abiodun gbé màálù dé ẹlẹ́jà máa. Ṣèbóhùn ló kó wa jọ.
continue to pray.
Ṣèbóhùn ló kó wa jọ. Abiodun fẹ́ yà lára wọ́. Adédàpọ̀ fẹ́ yà lára wọ́.
Our
Ọ̀pọ̀
governor.
tún wá ṣe.
And may you enjoy these buses as you are being empowered. May you use these buses to buy many more buses. In Jesus' name. Mr. Governor, we appreciate you. We celebrate you. God bless you. God will increase you. This is the beginning of greater things to happen in your life. In Jesus' name I pray.
Your Excellency, sir, kò sí ohun tí a lè sọ lẹ́nu lẹ́yìn pé òun the gateway ticket to 2023. This is the gateway ticket to 2023. Gbogbo ọlọ́jà ẹ̀ máa yọ̀, ọmọ ọba dàpọ̀ láfẹ́. Ọlọ́jà ẹ̀ máa yọ̀ o, ọmọ ọba dàpọ̀ láfẹ́ o. 2023 ṣọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ sí ni o. 2023 ṣọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ sí ni o. Gbogbo ọlọ́jà ẹ̀ máa yọ̀, ọmọ ọba dàpọ̀ láfẹ́. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ púpọ̀ sà. Thank you.
Olóríire làwa nírẹ̀kọ̀ olóríire àwa là ń ṣe nǹkan tẹ́nìkan ò ṣe rí. Ní 3 years ago, Prince Dàpọ̀ Abiodun ó ṣèlérí fún wa ó dẹ̀ mú ìlérí yẹn ṣẹ. Wọ́n já bọ́ọ̀sì fún wa nírẹ̀mọ bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn là ń gùn káàkiri o. Ètò ń ṣe president, èmi ni wọ́n ń ṣe president lọ́wọ́ ń gbà yẹn. Ètò ń ṣe president lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Wọ́n ń fẹsẹ̀ wọn rìn ní. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Wọ́n já méjì fún Rẹ́mọ. Wọ́n já fún Akílẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú. Ọwọ́ ò ní kàn sàlàkù. Second term yẹn ni ní kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àti palẹ̀ rẹ̀. Ó máa lọ nírọ̀rùn. Ó máa lọ nírọ̀rùn. Ẹsẹ̀ burúkú ò dẹ̀ ní yalé ẹ̀ mọ́. gbogbo ògo àti ọlá tó lùwà kólé ẹ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀ ní sọ̀kankan nù. Ajọ́ ṣe ti bàbá ni o, tó bá máa ṣe ti màmá tó bá dàgbàdàgbà. A wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ bíi tike. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, ọmọ ẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹbí àtọ̀rẹ̀ wọn wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Máa bá jẹ́ ẹ lọ, ìkọ́kàn ní kọ́ ẹ lẹ́sẹ̀. Bọ́ọ̀sì mẹ́rin lẹ́ẹ̀kan, wà á pẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Tó bá kúrò ń bẹ̀, o tún lọ sẹ́nẹ̀tì yẹn lágbára Jésù. Òrè tí bàbá jẹ ò, ó jọ wá lójú. Òrè tí bàbá jẹ ò, ó yà wá lẹ́nu. Bàbá olóore ò, ẹ jẹ́ àjẹsọ́. Wẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ wò, ọmọ bá dàpọ̀, wẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ wò. Bó lámọ̀ ogun, bó lámọ̀ ogun, wẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ wò. Bò wọlé.
Àwa ó fi kó bò wọlé o. Bèrè síyá tó wà láyà wa. La ó fi kó bò wọlé. La ó fi kó bò wọlé. La ó fi kó bò wọlé o. Tiwa fífi tiwa ló wà lọ́wọ́ wa la ó fi kó bò wọlé.
Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá a kó sílẹ̀ yìí will go to all the 236 wards, to our women groups, to the trade associations, and we are going to arrange how they will be presented to each beneficiary. Wọ́n ní ká sọ fún wa, gbogbo àwọn ohun ìrànlọ́wọ́ yìí, ó máa lọ sí gbogbo wọ́ọ̀dù kọ̀ọ̀kan tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń ṣe ohun okòwò àti àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́jà àwọn obìnrin, ìjọba máa ṣètò bọ́n ṣe máa kó fún wa nítorí pé àwọn àní fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé tá a bá ti fún wa lénìí, á di ohun tí wọ́n máa jágbà. A fẹ́ fún wa tó jẹ́ pé a fi hàn káàkiri. Ẹ ṣeun lọ́pọ̀ láti parí gbogbo ètò. We will take let us quickly have the national gómìnà fẹ́ fa kọ́kọ́rọ́ àwọn ọkọ̀ akérò lé ọwọ́ àwọn ìyálọ́jà wa kó tó di pé a máa parí ètò yìí. Presentation of keys to all our ìyálọ́jàs before we bring this program to a final conclusion. Thank you very much. Bọ́n ṣe ń lọ Kwam 1, ẹ lè máa bá wa fún wa lórí torí láti bẹ̀. Ijó àti ìlú ni. Ẹ ṣé. The beneficiaries are spread across all the 236 wards in Ogun State. Our women groups, trade associations that we have in Ogun State, and of course, the handover will be organized at our different zones and locations. For now, the presentation of the keys of the buses by His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State.
Junior boy, my family see Daika. No be mistake. Take it by faith. Makon loye kan. Make you wait. You see me they celebrate. Join me and jubilate. No be mistake oh. Yeah. No be mistake oh.
Hey, no be mistake, oh. Hey. Ọ̀pẹ ìyàn ló ti mọ̀. Aha. Ó pọ̀. Aha. Ọ̀pẹ ìyàn ló ti mọ̀. Pé mo lálẹ́rù. Ọ̀pọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀. Ilẹ̀ ti fi mú. Kàyéfì ló jẹ́ fáwọn ènìyàn ẹni bí ẹni àjírí àjíkò akíndání. Hey, if I be money this road, ẹni ayíkòlò ẹni olówó ó fẹ́ kọ́lé alájà. I don't know why God choose me. I don't know why this will support me. Maybe because I'm one of them. Maybe because I'm proud of them. Because maybe they are those I'm one. Because maybe, hey, I share their pain. I know their days. It's not time to rain. All of me sing this praise. Don't be mistaken. Let's keep vibing. Maka, no, yeah. Ah, you see me, they celebrate. Join me and jubilate. Don't be mistaken. Yeah. Don't be mistaken. Yeah. Don't be mistaken. Living things. I wanna be on top of things. Wanna be doing things. Wanna be controlling things. Oh yeah, now. Give me shotty low. Oh yeah, low for one day. Oh yeah. Why yeah? Shotty low. Oh boy, money order. Shotty low. Oh lady, come on, marry. Shotty low. Ah, listen. Shotty low. Human being, we making money differently. I say human being, ọjọ́ kú lọ́jọ́ sí. Oya na, ìrìn àmà bèbè, mo ṣiṣẹ́, thank God it's fine. Ọ̀gbàsọ dúpẹ́ o, ẹbí adé ọ̀gbàsọ dúpẹ́ o. Ṣí ẹni ṣù àgọ́dà, tí ṣe bí ọjọ́ dàrí. Yóò ṣe bí bàbá, láti lọ́gbọ́dá. Ayé lọ, ọ̀gbàsọ, ṣùgbọ́n àmọ̀fà yà náà bí mi. Ọ̀gbàsọ, ẹni fojú àdáwọ̀ kù ẹ̀bọ̀ra àbọ̀lá. Ìsànà ọ̀dọ́ọ̀lù, ẹni ẹ̀rí adé ní àpá. Ẹ̀rọ mi lọ, òwe lọ. I have no go to the break of them. Yes, I say you money. I am money. Not just but you don't pay it. Or what you do? Now, solidarity. Hey, don't go so. Okay. Are you having fun? Gbàmúgbàmù jìgìjìgì ó lè jẹ́ ṣínú mi. Gbàmúgbàmù jìgì àdìgún tèmi yé ni. The most incredible act of nature, so from nature, sweet credibility, girl. Check my trust, don't be lying, don't be lying, don't be lying, don't be lying. Kama ya mini bandi kumakole. Listen. My name again. Strike is so hard, make it go insane. Be the choosing one, I remain no para of Nigeria. My friends been working all day, like I know be my mate. Hey, this freaking urging me to do more. What's my company? Running one, oh animosity. I be the great one. I'm a boy, sure I am beyond the. You come on, you come, Rakon. Olamochika Balova Kado. You know, so let's go about the baby life. The most incredible. I don't like that. We got it easy. That's my son. While I'm no be lie. No be lie. Categorically, I'm the best mentally. No can say I'm the cutest. Don't doubt me, I go bring on. Incredible man, unbeatable pala, reliable, yeah. Gudu, I can control and I come gudu. Yeah, I made on the street, I know originality work for me. I shower in I need the ones to be the blood, and it is the one. I'm an apple fighter, like Baba God, you reach your God. This industry, I'm a plenty fighter. Anyhow we go be, I'm just focus. Way to the top, we are the most incredible. I don't know that, step on my job. Sweet quality, like my son, what I don't be lying, don't be lying, don't be lying. Mama Ezepe, Ayi Baba Ezepe.
Governor Dapo Abiodun. Governor Dapo Abiodun. Wọ́n ṣe dáadáa fún wa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àjíwá Ṣùmáyé. Governor Dapo Abiodun. Èèyàn tó ṣe dáadáa má gbọ́ láhùn mi. Ó tọ́ka ròyìn ayé. Gbogbo èyí tó kú lẹ́yìn àyìnlé.